Natalia Vladimirovna, the grief that has now befallen many people was unexpected for everyone. It continues to be a nightmare for them and continues to be very terrible for people. What can you advise people? How to cope with panic? How to cope with the state that people probably were not ready for? Yes, of course, people were not ready, really. I think about it a lot, and I think about if they were spiritually developed people. In such difficult moments, they could turn to the one who is inside them, to God, to the Creator, to the higher mind, which created everything, manages everything, develops and helps everything. But people have no faith, and this is once again confirmed by their fear, their panic, the hatred that they feel for each other, fear for life, for some kind of property. This is probably the most serious vices for many people. Yes, of course, now we need to proceed from what we have. But I think a lot about how to get through to people whose consciousness is in panic, in fear, in madness. How to get through to them. After all, a person does not hear in such a state. He cannot hear. His consciousness is blocked, zombified by the strongest panic, fear. Fear for life, for family, for houses, for everything that surrounds him. This once again shows that people have the wrong values, absolutely the wrong values. People valued the wrong things in life, were attached to the wrong things, cared about the wrong things. And now I really want to advise, recommend to all the people who hear me now, revise your life. Do the so-called reassessment of life. Ask yourself the question, what is the most precious thing for you at this moment of your life? And you will find the answer. It will be life itself. A life. If there is life, you will have life. You can earn everything, you can acquire, buy, sell, accomplish, change, create. You can do all this. But if you don't have life, you don't have material physical experience, all this will remain only your dreams. Rethink your life. Stop panicking. Accept everything that happens as a process of the current moment. Learn to live in the present moment, in the moment of this current minute. I'm filming this video right now in front of you, and sometimes bombs rumble around us where we are now. There is a war going on, my friends, but we accept it. We accept and understand that it was inevitable. Yes, it's scary, yes, it's unbearably painful, yes, but it was inevitable. Try to keep calm. And when people ask me what to do, what should we do? The food will soon run out, some pills, water will run out. What to do? And I always answer, pray to God. Put your life in the hands of God. But believe me, friends, for many people this is very difficult to do. People who know nothing about God, the Creator, about life, who know only about material things, money, apartments, some property, are very far from the nature of the Creator. But this is exactly what helps my students now. They, remembering that they are children of the higher mind, the Creator, can survive all these difficulties and trials much easier. Believe in God, and having believed, trust Him with your life. Trust Him with the life of your children, the life of your family and friends. Let the life that He created be in His hands. After all, it was He who created each of you, and your neighbors, and your children, relatives and friends. He created everything, and your houses, and your property, everything. and this sky, and these trees, and these birds, which, no matter what, sing their songs. They admire life, they appreciate life and cherish it. They live in the moment of now. And I recommend you, find inner silence. And here is a recommendation for you right away on how to do it quickly and simply. Learn to collect your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions together at one point. Gather yourself into one point and lower this point of yourself into your heart, into your soul, into the first chakra, the heart chakra. And try with your thoughts and feelings to be right there, in the soul, being in the moment of now. And everything that happens around you, accept it. Don't fight, don't analyze, don't judge. No one to judge. If we judge, then everyone should be judged. Here, a fighter jet is flying. Well, such a reality, my friends. Many people used to run away during the war and hid in temples. They were saved there. Is it needed now? Yes, it's necessary. But this must be done within yourself. You cannot hide in life from life. It's impossible. You can't do this. All you can do is hide inside yourself. I have told you many times that inside you is the greatest force that will protect you, that will not frighten you, but will carefully take care of you. But in order for this power to manifest in you, you need to love the world, love everyone, to love even the pilot who is now flying in this fighter jet. Yes, he can kill, and he probably flies for this purpose, but he needs to be loved and understood. Something also forced him to take such an action. Something forced him, something pushed him to do what he does. And he sees life in his own way. How can we condemn his vision? After all, it is based on the basis of his level of development, or his spiritual enlightenment and awakening, or spiritual blindness. I think the poor pilot's mind is definitely in the second state. I just told you this as an example, because who are fighting now, my friends? Our kids. Now those who are 18, 19, 20 years old or 25, 30 years old are fighting. These are young people who have not yet had time to learn life experiences, whose souls are in fear, in prison. They completely misunderstood life, and it was given to them so that they would still understand it correctly. But each of them made his choice. Natalia Vladimirovna, of course, everyone is waiting for information about when this will all end, when this horror will end. How do you see the situation? My friends, everything is very complicated, and everything that happens has a very deep explanation and reasons that people do not know about. I'm doing everything to make it over, and over as quickly as possible, today, tomorrow, as soon as possible. But I also understand something else. I understand the depths of it all. As soon as you calm down inside yourself and accept the situation, agree with what is, immediately the situation will begin to be resolved. Remember how I taught you. What happens in life is what you believe in. If you believe it will continue, then for these people it will continue. If you believe that everything is already over, everyone is already living peacefully, rebuilding, prospering, developing, everything is fine, then it will be so. Yes, it can be said that the end of all this madness, horror, depends on each of us, on our inner state. And I'm now working a lot with the subtle dimension, with the subtle space. I'm changing reality. I exchange all this fear, all this evil, madness for creative life, for a wonderful life, for the completion of this situation. Help this world. Each of you who hear me now, help this world. Start thinking that everything has already ended. Everything has already passed. We are rebuilding countries, and this country, we are helping each other. We have re-examined life. We are rejoicing. We are happy. We are sharing the last piece of bread. And in general, we will have as much as we wish. And again, it all depends on our internal state, because poverty is always inside. Wealth is also inside and then outside. I want you to understand this and believe that this will end. I know for sure that this will end. I can't give you a date, because the situation is now changing every 15 minutes. Every hour the situation is changing. But I'm doing my best to complete this as soon as possible. And you do it. Believe that it's already over. And also, my friends, trust the Creator. Trust Him as the Creator of everything, a particle of whom is breathing in you now, sees through you, feels now everyone and even the situation. He is the God within you. Trust Him with your life and mentally think about the fact that everything is already over. May the Creator's will be done. I love you, friends. I think about you, and I will never leave you. I will not leave your souls. I will fill them with love, light, kindness, calmness, mercy, patience, and acceptance. I mourn very much for the souls of those young people who left this world these days. I am very sorry. I also pray for their souls, and I ask the Creator and my spiritual brothers to warm them there in the world where they are now. May love and kindness fill their state of souls there.